ARR has a bonus program just for you that puts more cash in your pocket. Find their full list of accepted materials at ARR1938.com. ARR with locations in West Dallas, Waukesha, and Milwaukee, right next to Miller Park. ARR Recycling since 1938.
Eliminate the hassles of planning a trip to the races. Hook up with Boring Bob's escorted NASCAR racing tours. Boring Bob offers transportation, lodging, race tickets, nightlife, shuttle service, and more. Boring Bob knows all the back roads into and out of the racetrack to get you in and out fast. Pick one or pick them all. Go in style to Daytona, Bristol, Phoenix, Las Vegas, and more. He has decades of experience and industry contacts galore. You name the race, let Boring Bob do the rest. Call Boring Bob today to make plans now to go on one of Boring Bob's famous escorted NASCAR racing tours. Boring Bob's always at 414-321-1307. That's 414-321-1307.
Bobby Gutnick and the technicians at Oak Creek Automotive on South 27th Street in Drexel are experts in automotive repair. For over 30 years and counting, the Napa Certified Car Care Center at Oak Creek Automotive handles emissions testing plus minor to major repair, from oil changes to engine and transmission replacement. Call Oak Creek Automotive, 414-761-3250. They're open for your convenience Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. till 9 p.m. and Friday, 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. For all your vehicle repair needs, head to South 27th Street and Drexel to the pros at Oak Creek Automotive.
Stay tuned for more of the Racing Roundup Show. This is America's longest-running weekly motorsports radio program held in front of a live audience. Stay up to speed on the Wisconsin racing scene, NASCAR, and the world of motorsports from 6 to 7:30 right here in Milwaukee on WOKY AM, the Big 920, and in Madison on WTSO AM 1070 The Game. Once again, here is the trackside voice of the Daytona 500 and NASCAR at the track. You hear him on MAV TV's live coverage of the ARCA Menard Series. The host of the Racing Roundup Show, Jim Trado.
Hey gang, how you doing? Glad to have you here on a Tuesday night. Looking forward to seeing you back here next Tuesday night at Polly's Pub and Eatery for a great time. Live on the Big 920 Milwaukee, live on 1310 WIBA in Madison. And we want to invite you to join the racing crowd on Saturday night, May 1st at Wilmot Raceway on the Kenosha County Fairgrounds. It's going to be a big opening night featuring Chris Klemko starting his defense of his Wisconsin Wingless Sprints Track Championship, plus the Mighty Modifieds, IRA Lightning Sprints, and the Monsters of the Midway. Yep, the bumper-to-bumper IRA Outlaw Sprints are bringing in a ground-pounding 900-horsepower Thunder to Wilmot Raceway on the opening night, Saturday, May 1st at Wilmot Raceway. Rain date is Sunday night, May 2nd. Get involved, get online, go to wilmotraceway.com right now. We have a Anderson's Maple Syrup Racing Short Track Spotlight every week on the show. This week, we're proud to say that Anderson's is sponsoring Wisconsin racers, Dennis Prunty, Bill Bailog, and Jason Gross. Try Anderson's Maple Syrup in your coffee or tea, or like I did on my scrambled eggs this morning. Delicious. Take it with you with Pure Fuel Maple Energy on the go. You can also buy Anderson's Maple Syrup at your favorite grocer. Anderson'sMapleSyrup.com. Anderson's pure quality since 1928. Now joining us in the spotlight is a champion driver on both pavement and dirt in late models. He finished 10th this past weekend at Shawano Speedway in the Dirt Kings opener on Saturday night. Let's welcome in the one, the only pride of Random Lake, Wisconsin, Brad Miller. Bradley, how are you?
Thank you, everybody. Much appreciated. I know 10th doesn't sound that impressive.
That's a stout field.
It is a stout field. Okay, so in the Dirt Kings, when you run a half-mile track, just the half miles only, we have to run an 1.25 inch restrictor plate between the carburetor and the intake. So we knock out probably about 150 horsepower.
Wow. And
we have to run 50 pounds in front of the motor plate, and me being a little bit bigger size, so I weigh a little bit more to begin with. So the Wasota cars definitely have an advantage. There was, out of the top 10, Taylor Scheffler and myself were the only two open motor cars in the top 10. So it's not easy for an open motor to win on a half-mile show as it is on a short track, because then we have unlimited horsepower, whatever we need. So
Gotcha. Hey, this past Saturday is also, before the race got going, a special tribute for Diamond Jim Letizia, racer in the Dirt Kings Tour. His son Turk races as well. Diamond Jim passed away, and there was a nice tribute. His car led the field on the four-wide salute lap, and then Danny Schleeper got to race it as well. It's kind of crazy how that came down, where Diamond Jim's car was there, and everybody kind of had a moment to say, we appreciate what we got going on here. And that'd be kind of a neat moment to be together as a family honoring Diamond Jim.
Jim, I got to tell you, we're lined up in front of on the front stretch, and everybody shuts the engines off. Danny's out front with Turk's son, Gavin, on the back with the flag. And all of a sudden you see 3,000 cameras light up in the grandstands. It looked like a KISS concert. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just all lights, everybody taking pictures. And it was, I mean, you could have heard silence for miles there. It was just, it was freaking awesome. And it brought a tear to everybody's eye. So, but we're really going to miss Diamond. He was just an awesome personality around the racetrack, awesome personality. Seen him at the auto auction every week. I mean, Diamond's one of those guys, you know what I mean? He's an icon. I mean, he's been around forever. He just loved him as a human being. He's just an awesome person to be around.
Brad Miller's family is deep when it comes to racing family, including at the auction on Wednesdays. You got to hang with your buddy Lowell Bennett on the racetrack and off, and unfortunately, Lowell Bennett's father, they were expecting it. He did pass away last evening, so our thoughts are with Lowell and Brazen and their entire Bennett family on the passing of Bob Bennett, inducted last year, I believe it was, in the Circle of Fame at Wisconsin International Raceway, an innovative racer of his own right. He passed away recently, so man, there's a lot of stuff going on, and we gotta talk about some positives, including becoming a grandfather. Brad Miller, Grandpa Brad. Congrats, man. Your daughter Julie gave birth to a baby boy last week.
I'm way too young to be a grandpa. No, we became grandparents of a beautiful little baby boy. My daughter Julia gave birth last week. His name is Malcolm. And oh my God, it's so much fun. It is just, I actually shed tears, Jim. You believe that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
You're an emotional guy.
I caught Michelle maybe chirking a little bit of a tear too, but she won't admit it. But no, it's awesome. My fiance Michelle's here with us tonight.
You got engaged since the last time we had
I
the
did.
show.
I did. I couldn't have done any better. I'll tell you that. She's a wonderful woman. So, yeah, it's now I finally get to bring up the racer. Ryder always tells me I'm going to focus on basketball and baseball. You've talked to him here at the show
Yeah, we
before.
have.
You know, he's focusing on sports. He'll wait to go racing when he gets a little bit older. But I told Julia, I says he's going to be in a cart by the time he's 4 years old. I says I've missed it with the rest of you, so it's his turn.
So there's stuff I'm sure that will still fit him that you probably started racing with that you got in a box somewhere, right? Or does Elaine have all that stuff hidden away?
You don't worry, Elaine will come up with it. No
All right.
doubt about it.
That's cool. But there's a lot going on with your life. You're racing dirt late models. You've got sponsors all over the side of that race car. You also get to drive the Barker's equipment on the pavement. Talk about your season. What's going to happen in the next few weeks for Brad Miller, race driver?
Well, we decided this year to tone it back a little bit. So we're not last year COVID kind of got in the middle of everything. I had come down with COVID back in June, so I kind of had to bow out of running Plymouth and Dirt Kings and Slinger all combined. So what we decided to do this year is we're going to run one series for points. We're going to run the Dirt Kings for points this year, and we're going to go to Slinger every once in a while. We're building a brand new car. Kevin bought me a brand new Pathfinder chassis that we're building at our shop in Random Lake, and we're going to focus on building that car this year, run it a few races, make it competitive, and hopefully next year then I can maybe see if I can compete with Steve and the boys for a championship at Slinger.
But you could win maybe the Slinger Nationals on July 6th and compete against Bill Elliott and Eldio Castroneves.
We were talking about that in the shop the other night. So
Mark Webber. I think
Michael Waltrip.
He raced at Slinger.
Right.
You could say he raced
Yes,
at
he
Slinger.
did.
I don't know if he raced at Slinger. He
Right.
drove at Slinger.
He drank at Kathy and Willie's. We'll remember that.
Yep. And I'll never forget what he said when he came up to the press tower. Michael Waltrip at Slinger. I'm telling you, I heard it firsthand. He was walking up. I think he had to be on our radio show. And he got up to the top all winded. He said, "Man, I feel like a blankety blank Philly goat walking around this racetrack up and down these hills." I do an impression, but I won't do it.
He's
now.
not wrong. I mean, it's not easy to walk around Slinger Speedway.
Yarn. I feel like a Billy goat up there. Anyway, that's a bad impression. But you get a chance to race as much as you want, really, right?
Right. So we were talking about it in the shop the other night. So let's just say I would win the Slinger National.
Let's just say you did. Yeah.
Right? So I raced Tuesday. I raced Friday at Fountain City for a Dirt Kings race. Saturday back at Slinger, and then Sunday, I believe.
It's a Saturday.
Saturday at Slinger.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, I believe we're in Sycamore, Illinois, with the Dirt Kings again.
Sounds like you should win the Slinger Nationals. 'Cause that's going to keep you busy.
That's for sure.
Keep you away from the refreshments though, a little bit too.
That's right. That's
or
right.
maybe not. Trickle did it 7 days a week. Why not?
It's right. He's a rock star.
What is going on with your race team? You still have the same guys working with the dirt car. You have the same core group of guys at Barker Reconditioning that really do a nice job with you. This has got to be, what, year 25 or 30 now with a bunch of guys that still work with you, right?
I've been doing this. This year is 34 years that I've been racing cars.
34.
I have guys that have been with me close to 30. And for the most part, every one of those is still with me. So I'm probably the luckiest guy in the pit area when it comes to crew guys. And I'm very, very fortunate. Like Kevin's guys, we have the same guys Kevin had when Jeff Holtz raced for him as well, and when Chad raced for him as well. And a few of my guys came along too. So yeah, I'm probably one of the most fortunate racers there is when it comes to crew guys. And you can't thank them enough. You can't. Guys, I tell you, all you got to do is just take care of your guys, and they'll be there for you every week. So it's very rewarding when you come into pits and after a race when you win, and you got 10 guys wanting to give you a high five. There's nothing better than that.
And Miller's Sales and Service for decades has been involved in racing, and you'll see a lot of the logos on a lot of different race cars. Miller's Sales and Service in Random Lake. Yes, you support our show, thank you, but you've got your company name on a lot of cars and a lot of vehicles and a lot of deals to get racers a better deal on a used vehicle or a trailer or a boat dock or a truck. And there's a lot going on at Miller's Sales and Service. Tell us about the business and what you guys are jamming on these days.
Well, with the pandemic, what has happened is it just seems like everybody's spending money, and a lot of you can see that as well. We sold 61 trailers in the month of March, which leaves me sitting right now with a total of 3 left enclosed trailers.
Wow. Bravo. You get it?
Bravo.
Yeah.
Good call,
Yeah,
Jimmy. Good call.
Yeah.
My friend John DiPiazza called me the other day and says, "You got anything for me to use till my new trailer comes in?" And I says, "No." He says, "Unfortunately, I don't." So my friend John had to go find something for the time being. He's got a beautiful new trailer coming, and he's got a new up-and-coming star coming to the drag strip this year, from what I understand.
Yep.
I think she's pretty excited.
And Miller's Sales and Service is sponsoring the Friday night shootout, so you cross over. You're not, and I'm going to mention. I mentioned you once with Greg McCarnes on the show a half an hour ago. You love going to street drags, and you love the fact that street drags are coming to Road America, and you play here at the Mile.
That is awesome. Well, Road America being only 15 minutes from home, and I have a lot more friends in the Sheboygan County, Ozaki County area, actually Calumet County as well. So I think, Greg, if you've seen 400 people in Milwaukee, you're going to see 500 at Road America, guaranteed. It's once people be there to see it, it's going to be huge. It's going to be great. You're going to be so happy that you and Angie decided to do that. I'll tell you that.
So the Friday night shootout is on May 14th, and it's a big deal. It's put on by John DiPiazza, who we're going to talk to next, but here is a familiar voice from Racing Roundup show days past who recorded this little ditty to tell you more about the May 14th race. Listen up.
Listen up, race fans. Racer John DiPiazza invites you to Great Lakes Dragaway May 14th for the Friday night shootout bracket race. Endless Motorsports guarantees $5,000. That's right, 5 large to win the Friday night shootout featuring 64 of the best bracket drag racers in the Midwest. Great sponsors have stepped up to add to the purse, including Don's Machine in Kenosha, Miller's Sales and Service in Random Lake, and Ram Smoke Enterprise in Burlington. Motor Mania Car Shows and John Bagley are sponsoring the pit party. More bonus money sponsors are stepping up every day for the big Friday night shootout. Double entries and buybacks are allowed. No box, box store cars, and dragsters are all competing May 14th for the $5,000 to win. Pits open at noon, racing starts at 3, and the first round will fire off around 5 o'clock. Find complete event details and an entry list of drivers and more on the event's Facebook page. Search Friday Night Shootout. It's all going down May 14th at Great Lakes Dragaway in Union Road, just a burnout west of I-94, exit 337. It's the Friday Night Shootout Bracket Drag Race. Arf, arf. Even my dog's excited about this race. Off my leg, Sparky. You just gotta be there.
That's the one and only Dave Hohensee. I said, Dave, would you mind reading this commercial? I kind of got some ideas from John. He's like, oh, sure. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I got to figure out my new phone anyway. What do you think? What do you think, John? That tell a story right there?
That's definitely Dave. There's no doubt about it.
Let's welcome officially John DiPiazza and his daughter Amelia to the show as well.
I'm glad to be here.
Drag racer extraordinaire. You've got Miller Sales and Service. John, I didn't realize how long you've known Brad. You know, we see Brad as a guy that races circle track stuff, but you've been involved as a customer for Miller Sales and Service, and now you got them involved with this big race coming up that you're putting on.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure every new trailer we've bought has either been from Big Jer or from Brad himself. So no, I'm really happy that he's aboard, and we got a whole list of sponsors. If I miss them all, it's good. We got Endless, we got Don's Machine, Kenosha, Ram Smoke. We actually have a photographer that's going to do part of a big thing during the first round. Our shop, A&A Tires, helping to let me off as part of the day.
And thanks for bringing some hats down tonight to give away after.
Absolutely. Obviously, Brad. The Motor Mania Car Show guys are helping out quite a bit. We're going to have a little party after for all the racers. And then Cool Customs is putting a trophy together, and they also actually painted me on my helmets to match. So
nice.
It's pretty good. I'm glad I got a bunch of really good local guys to help and support us.
You said the we. This is a project that John DiPiazza and your family are putting on. 64 cars, bracket race, 5 large to win. This is a big deal.
Yeah, my brother and I, he kind of told me that in order for me to get 64 cars, I have to guarantee $5 grand. It's a lot of money for me to guarantee because there's other payouts that go with it. As of a week ago, we filled the field and we're on an alternate list. So we're feeling pretty good about it. Hopefully all the racers come and the weather holds out. We do have a rain date for Saturday. And if we don't finish on Friday night, we're going to finish on Saturday night and drink beer either night.
A lot of great racers getting involved. We mentioned, if you heard the commercial, there's drivers. You've got a bunch of guys already committed. You put that list out. Very active on listing things that are going on. Miller Sales and Service logo has been on that page. Search Friday Night Shootout on Facebook for a long time. It's great to know that you got quick calls like, hey, Brad, we're doing this. What do you think? Can you get involved?
I love
quick yes.
I love the fact. We had a couple people that actually reached out to me about it. Again, it's everybody's local, which is nice. So there's probably over $1,500 in certificates for some body work here and there from Ram Smoke. Don's Machines bringing $500 worth of certificates to the winner and runner-up. A bunch of little bitty, not little bitty, every bit counts. It's $200 entry fee, so there's a bunch of little things for $50 here and there. So everybody hopefully maybe comes out with something. You never know.
John, we had you on the show way back when at Monreal's El Matador. You reminded me of how long it's been since you've been on, off and on the show as you're racing around chasing big checks. And now you're doing something else. You're adding a generation of the DiPiazza racing family. Tell us about how that came about.
Well, actually, I wasn't on there on Monreal's. Tommy was, my older brother.
Okay.
Even though he looks identical to me, he's sitting over there.
And Dad was on,
I think
too.
he looks younger.
Yeah, Mia would be the third generation racer in our family. And I think she's pretty excited. She's got a pretty big smile on her face.
Amelia, pick up that microphone. Tell us how much did you bug Dad to go racing?
I begged him so much that I wanted to come with him every time he raced.
And your dad finally said, I gotta do this. How did you get your car? Where'd it come from?
My dad got it when I got it for my birthday.
Wow.
Another girl named Gracie drove it.
And now you get to drive it. Have you driven the car yet?
No.
Oh,
She's done a couple dry tests in the driveway. We'll
Good.
put it that way.
Good.
To get used to where everything is.
And I'm guessing about 10 hours or more sitting in the car while Dad's working on his race car right next to it. Have you been in the car a lot, kind of thinking things through?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be.
What about your sister? What does your sister want?
My sister wants when Daddy's done, he wants to use his car.
So your sister is saying, nice junior dragster, sis. I want Dad's Vega.
I can't even make it up. She says I don't want any dragsters. They're not for me.
Oh man, that's fun. John, how much fun has it been knowing that your daughter's this interested? I know you take the girls to the track every chance you can, but now she got her own race car sitting out here next to yours, and it's in the shop that same way, ready to go race it.
They sit next to each other in the garage. It's cool. I think it's something for her to look at when she comes out. You know what she's working for. She gets really good grades, and she's such a sweetheart to everybody, both you and your sister. And it's nice that they're able to do something that I'm passionate about and be able to enjoy it with me.
John, who'd you bring here tonight with you?
Oh, I brought all sorts of people, I guess. My brother is here. My parents are here. A couple people that help. There's even a new racer out in the crowd that runs legend cars now. So,
Yeah, good.
it's great to have all the support and be able to do stuff like this.
So can people still they can still spectate on May 14th for the Friday night shootout. Watch you do your thing. You're going to race too, aren't you?
I'm not going to race.
Oh, you are? Okay.
It's too hard for me to control 64 guys.
That's a lot of cats to fit on one leash.
Yeah.
Brad Miller is raising his hand to volunteer to race your Vega.
Well, unfortunately, Tommy and my other brother are both in it. So we'll
Tommy,
figure
good
that
luck with
out.
the arm wrestling.
They've got more credits. They're good.
We got arm wrestle to do right here after the show.
You did say, Brad, there's too many buttons in it.
Do I get a provisional for the old Tempest?
You could do testing too.
Hey, just so you guys know, Brad Miller has a drag car in the family. Mr. Ponti Excitement, is that what?
Ponti Action.
Ponti Action. I knew I was going to get it
That's
wrong.
Big Jer's car.
It's what, a 65 Le Mans? What is it?
64 Tempest.
64
Yeah, we built that
Tempest.
for him about, probably 8-10 years ago.
Beautiful car.
A lot of fun to drive.
You got to drive it here at Milwaukee, right?
He actually beat my brother in it.
Oh, no.
I'm still mad at it.
And then he blew it up a week later.
We've got a discussion
What
going on
happens
there.
to try to keep up to a Pontiac, pal?
We could go on for hours. John, we wish you all the best in this. Amelia, thanks for coming on the show. We talked to you before you went racing. We want to have you back on after you take a few passes, okay? You did great. Thank you for being on the show. John, we wish you all the best. May 14th is the big day. It's the Friday night shootout at Great Lakes Dragway. Go on Facebook, search Friday Night Shootout. And millerssales.com is where Brad Miller is working every day to make sure you get the deal you want on anything on land or water. Brad, John, and Amelia, thanks for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. Everybody's hand for these guys. Thank you, Brad Miller. Thank you, John DiPiazza. Thank you, Amelia.
Thank you, but did you know that we need to have a grudge match this year at the Strip? Battle of the Jerrys.
Ooh.
I think Jerry Miller and Jerry DiPiazza grudge match is coming up this year. I think that'll be fun. So I heard that your dad sent something in the mail to my dad, but I haven't found it yet. Supposedly he sent him a bottle of wax to wax his car to try and make it a little bit faster.
Now that's classic right there.
That's your father. I love it.
We love it. We love it all the way. Thanks for being part of the show. We'll wrap things up here on a Tuesday night at Polly's. We'll be back to tell you about what's going on next week. Thanks for being part of the program. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Racing Roundup Show. Stay tuned in Milwaukee on the Big 920 and in Madison on 1070thegame.com. We'll be right back.
Spring means one thing. It's time to start planning for fast family fun at Elkhart Lakes Road America this summer.
Start your engine!
Whether you're looking to learn how to ride a motorcycle, experience a high-performance driving course, take in one of the major race weekends from IndyCar to NASCAR, or reserve a venue for your company picnic, Road America has all the fast-paced action for any motorsport enthusiast. All public race weekends include on-site camping, free parking, and complimentary admission for youth age 16 and under, making Road America a great value for any family outing. If you'd like to learn more about Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, including this year's schedule, visit roadamerica.com. That's roadamerica.com. Or call 1-800-365-7223 for this year's Road America race schedule. Road America, your national park of speed.
Interstate Batteries, proud sponsor of the Racing Roundup Show and the number 18 of Joe Gibbs Racing. Interstate Batteries is the #1 replacement battery in North America. You deserve the best, so get the best. Go to interstatebatteries.com. Go to interstatebatteries.com to find a dealer near you. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable. Get yours today. Race on.
Bergie's Pub and Prime in Caledonia is your destination for mouth-watering prime rib dinners and sandwiches and awesome pub burgers. Enjoy the soup of the day, wings, incredible steak sandwiches, and the area's best homemade pizza. Try Bergie's Friday Fish Fry, weekend breakfast menu, or one of their scrumptious daily specials. Bergie's Pub and Prime is a proud sponsor of the Gooteneck Racing Team. Bergie's is just minutes south of the Milwaukee Airport off of I-94 at the 7 Mile Road exit. Head east 2 blocks and hang a left on Frontage Road till it ends. Like them on Facebook, Bergie's Pub and Prime.
You're listening to the Racing Roundup Show. Visit our show's website, racingroundup.net. Like the show on Facebook and follow on Twitter @Racing Roundup. Stay tuned in Milwaukee on the Big 920 and in Madison on 1070thegame.com. We'll be right back.
20.
Wow, what a program thus far. We've got a few more minutes to tell you about some more great things happening in the world of motorsports. Set your DVRs. Please support your local racing. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of racers are going after it hard for the money at this time of year, and we want you to be part of it. So we do this show every Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we're live back here at Polly's Pub and Eatery in West Dallas, live on the Big 920 in Milwaukee, and live on 1310 WIBA in Madison. Our show next week will be Father's Day, Father's Day, June 20th, Milwaukee Mile Race promoter Bob Sargent. That's the topic we'll discuss with him next week at the show. Dirt Modified driver Joel Crowbridge will be with us. Racing brothers competing in the Wisconsin Wingless Sprints, Derek and Nathan Craner joining us as well. And we'll reveal details, of a new motorsports expo coming to Wisconsin. That's all next Tuesday. NASCAR news, Wisconsin race results, you got it right here on this show next Tuesday. In about 2 weeks' time, we've got Rich Bickle and Mark from Making Memories Travel will join us here at Polly's to chat about the new, how you can join on Rich on Bickle's Bon Voyage Cruise. They have raffle tickets as well. Plus, Gary Bohr with Central Services in 2 weeks' time will join us with his Dirt Modified team and driver Bart Sievert, along with AMA motorcycle racer Matt Adams. That is going to be a fun show in 2 weeks' time. Lots going on. It's all on our website, racingroundup.net. Thank you to Matt Rapina, Caldwell Banker, Home Sale Realty, for his involvement in getting things all wired and on the program. We want to thank our special show crew as well. They don't get enough credit. Thanks, guys. Dave Schmalzer, Matt Rapina, Greg Lapine, Sam Trado, Dean Strom, Sherry Prague, and special thanks to Bruce Blodgett and Mark Goodman for all their involvement each and every week here on the program. It's quite a process. A little radio show has gone on to 4 cameras. We're Skyping, we're interviewing people, we got webcasts going, and we'd love to have you as part of our program. Check out our website, racingroundup.net. Follow us on social at Racing Roundup, or find us on Facebook. Like us on Facebook, and you can watch the show live anytime you want on our Facebook Live feed or after the fact. We encourage you to join the racing crowd on a given Tuesday here with us. I'm Jim Trado. Thanks again for being part of the program. Set your DVRs. Support your local racing. I'll see you at Talladega and back here next Tuesday for more. Until then, have at it, racers.